Remember, this is Global EduTech Services. We are an educational consulting firm in the UK. So we support students that want to study abroad in any part of the world, specifically in the UK, in Canada, in Australia, in Finland, in Germany, in US, and anywhere at all the student wants to study. So today we are talking about how to study in Finland, and specifically how to get Finland scholarships, how to stand out from the crowd. Alright, please share this video, guys. Share this video. And let me start by maybe telling people where Finland is. Alright, so many people don't know where Finland is. So let me start from showing you where Finland is. So Finland is a part of the Scandinavian countries in the northern Europe. Okay, it shares boundary with Norway, with Sweden, and with Russia. Okay, Finland is a very beautiful country. It has, as we expect, a very cold temperature as well. In fact, Finland is very freezing in the winter. We don't need to paint it. Okay, Finland is very freezing during the winter, especially for people coming from Africa, from India, from maybe the Arab nations. Moving to a location like Finland might be very challenging because of the change in temperature of the weather. Okay, so Finland could be very cold during winter. But Finland, as cold as it may be, has so many advantages for students. Finland is one of the locations in the world that has so much. They are very good in giving scholarships to students. Okay, they are very good in giving scholarships with students. So many students that study in Finland always gets funding from the universities. Their funding could be 100% funding, where the students don't have to pay anything at all. Their funding could be 75% funding. Their funding could be 50% funding, where you get to pay only 50% of your tuition fees. Their funding could be 25% in some cases. So Finland has so many universities. They have so many universities that offer so many programs. Alright, they have so many universities offering so many programs. Guys, please share this video, please. Share. Hit the share button. So Finland has so many universities, so many of them. But some of the top ranking universities are the University of Helsinki. Helsinki is their capital. We have the University of Jyväskylä. We have the University of Vasa. We have Oulu. We have Lund University. Then we have some University of Applied Sciences and Applied Social Sciences as well. So those are the so many universities we have, more than 20 of them in Finland. And these universities offer so many courses, so many programs. Alright, ranging from engineering to social sciences, to arts, to humanities, to languages, to health, to nursing, and so on. There's something good about Finland as well. In their application, they have a unified application system through a website called studyinfo.fi. studyinfo.fi. That is their official government website for admissions. So how the admissions work is that you don't need to go to each school to apply. You go to their official website, studyinfo.fi, and sign up, create your profile there. So through this website, you can apply to different universities with one application. You just select the university and select the course you want to apply in that university. So let's assume the way we have JAMB in Nigeria, for instance. So after filling your JAMB form, you select schools you want to go to. If you have a first choice university and first program, you have second choice, okay, you have third choice. So that's how Finland is. You can select so many universities and so many programs. You can select one university and different programs. You can also select 2 or 3 universities with different programs at each university. For instance, you can select University of Helsinki, for instance, and you want to apply for engineering, chemical engineering in Helsinki. You also want to apply for mechanical engineering in the same Helsinki, and you want to apply for another course also in the same school. You can also apply to different universities, then different courses as well, so long as it's not above 6, maximum of 6 programs. All right. So I said you can apply for up to 6 programs when applying to Finland. Then also we have the requirements for the admission. There are admission requirements. So the admission requirements range from, number 1, you need to have your international passports. Then you need to have your transcripts from your university if you want to apply for an undergraduate program. If you apply for a master's program, you need your transcripts for your undergraduate program. If you apply for an undergraduate program, you need your WAEC or your O-level. All right. You need a CV. A CV showing your name, what you do, your phone number, your experiences, if you've worked before, where you've worked, the kind of job you've done. All right. You need also to have references, at least 2. Mostly 1 from your former university and another one from, maybe if you are working, from your supervisor or from a senior colleague in your workplace. Then if you have any certification that you have gotten, you can also add it to your CV. If you have any academic publication as well, you can add it up. You also need to get 2 reference letters from those your referees. So let's assume you are using your department, your HOD also as a referee. Then you need to go there and get a reference letter from them with their letter headed, written against your name, that they are referring you for the program, signed. You need that. You need 2 of them. You can get 2 from your school, different lecturers. You can get from your workplace, depending on when you left school. So just 2 reference letters. Then you need a statement of purpose. Statement of purpose is like a letter written to the admission committee, telling them why you want to study that course or those courses, depending on how many courses you select. So you can want to apply for maybe 2 specific programs. Let's say you want to apply for nursing, for instance, but maybe you selected 3 schools for the nursing program. So it means you need to write statement of purpose for the nursing program and you post it. But if you apply for maybe nursing in one school, you apply for pharmacy in another school, you will need two statement of purposes, one for the pharmacy program and one for the nursing program. So in the statement of purpose, you need to tell them why you want that program, why you want that to study that course, what is your motivation, what you want to achieve from studying that course, your career aspiration as well, then why you love Finland, why you want to study in Finland, and specifically why you want to study in that school. Okay, so you also need an English test. Finland, they don't waive the English test. You need to write a proper English exam. So you can write the IELTS or you can write the TOEFL. You can also write PTE depending on the one you want to write. So if you are writing the one most of the schools take is the IELTS, English Language, International English Language Testing System. That's the full meaning. You need to score minimum of 6.5 on average. Then in each band, you have to score at least 6.0. Alright? You need to score 6.5 average, but in each of the specific language sub-courses, you wouldn't score anything less than 6.0. You know the English test has 4 segments. We have the reading, writing, speaking, and we have reading, writing, speaking, and part of the forgotten one, the last one. So in each of the segment of the English test, you need to score at least 6.0. Then maybe in reading you can score 6.0. In writing you can score 7.5. But you wouldn't score anything less than 6.0. So that when they take the average of the 4 segments, your average score should be at least 6.5. Do you understand? So you can score 9.0 in one, score 7.0, but you shouldn't score anything less than 6.0 in any of the segments at all. So that's how you get your English test. Then after your English test, you are good to go. You can upload all your documents on that website. So let's talk about the proof of funds, the maintenance. You know, as study abroad is, if you want to study abroad, you need to show that you have funds to take care of yourself during the period you are studying. So let's assume the tuition fee of the program you are studying is 10,000 euros, for instance, because they use euro. So, and maybe you've paid 5,000. Maybe you didn't have any scholarship. So it means for your maintenance or your proof of fund, you need to have balance of that your tuition fees for the first year plus your living expenses for 1 year, which amounts to 6,720 euros. So let's assume you want to go to University of Helsinki, and this university, after you've applied for your admission, you got a 50% scholarship. All right. So if your tuition fee was 10,000, it means they will remove 5,000 for you because of that scholarship you've already gotten. So now the balance of your tuition will now be 5,000 euros. All right. So the money you need to have in your account should now be inside that 5,000 that you are now supposed to pay. Let's assume you have paid the school 2,000 euros and your balance is 3,000. You now have 3,000 euros plus this living expenses for 1 year, which is 6,720 euros. You add the both of them, you convert it to your local currency. That is what you are supposed to have for a minimum of 3 months, because you are going to print a 3-month account statement. Unlike the UK, where you need to have a 1-month account statement or 28 consecutive days account statement. In Finland, you need to have your account for 3 consecutive months, and you need to have a balance equal to 6,720 euros, which is your living expenses for 1 year, plus the balance of your tuition if you are paying any. If you have full scholarship and maybe you are not paying any tuition fee at all, so what you only need to show is 6,720 euro for a period of 3 months. Alright, so in Finland as well, you can move with your dependent. You can move with your dependent. If you want to move with your wife, for instance, or your partner also needs to have 8,400 euros in addition to your own 6,720 euros. Alright, for a minimum of 3 months. So, if you have children, your first child, we have 6,000 euros in the account that you are going to present. So let's assume you are a family of 3, husband, wife, and 1 child, and your tuition fee is 10,000 euro. Maybe you got a scholarship of 50%. So the balance of 50%, which is 5,000 euro, that's what you need to have. The amount you have in your account will now be 5,000 euro, which is the balance of your tuition, plus 6,720 euro for your own living expenses, plus 8,400 euro for your partner, and 6,000 euro for your child. So you need to add all of them together and put in an account in your local currency or in any currency at all. Leave it in that account for 3 consecutive months. Alright? So in Finland, you can also use sponsors. Finland allows people to present account statement of people that are sponsoring them. Your sponsor can be only your parents or your siblings. Your parents, your siblings, or your partner. I think these 3. So let's assume I want to go and study in Finland. I can use my father's account statement. My father will write a sponsorship letter for me. I can also use my mom's account statement. I can also use my partner's or spouse account statement. I can also use my brother or sister's account statement. So these are the 3 categories of family that can sponsor someone to study in Finland. Alright? Then after that, Finland has so many scholarships, as I said. These scholarships are offered by the individual schools. They are offered by the individual schools. Alright? Please, people watching me on, can you share this video? Keep sharing it. Share it, please. So we'll have more people joining us to listen to what we are saying. So we have so many scholarships available in Finland. And most of these scholarships are given by the universities. These universities are the ones that offer these scholarships. So if you go to studyinfo.fi, where you do your application, and maybe you've selected 3 universities, you want to apply to 3 universities, which will increase your chances of getting funding or scholarship, then you now need to go to each of the universities you've applied. Go at their scholarship page and look at the scholarships that are available or that is available for that program or for your home country. Alright? Then you can now apply directly from their website for those scholarships. I don't know if you're getting me. Because Finland has one application system, one website where you apply for all your programs, which is studyinfo.fi. But when applying for scholarships, you need to go to the individual school websites which you've applied to now check and see the scholarship that you might be interested in those universities. Then you apply for them directly on the school website, on the individual school websites. Alright? So that's how to apply. And what increases your chances? Many people from my research, many people that have gotten fully funded scholarship in Finland, many of them are people that have scored maybe first class in the undergraduate time or second class upper division. That is very strong. They should have at least 75% of CGPA during their undergraduate time. Also, people that get scholarships score very high in their English tests. So when you go to write your English test, you need to make sure that you have a very high score. When you have a high score, you increase your chances of getting scholarship. All right, you increase your chances of getting scholarship because that's one of the criteria they can use to rank the applicants for that program. So also, people that have work experience of at least 2 years also have a high chance of getting scholarships. Let's assume you want to study electrical and maybe in your undergraduate you studied computer engineering, but you are working as an electrical engineer maybe in a power firm. You've worked there for like at least 2 years, maybe this is your 3rd year, and you now apply. That your experiences are in your CV, it gives you a higher chance of securing a scholarship from the university you applied to. Okay. Then also people that have other certifications, like you are an engineer, you are a member of COREN, Society of Engineers of Nigeria, or any other country you are coming from. If you have a professional certification, you also increase your chances of getting scholarship in Finnish universities. If you also have maybe publications, academic publications in world journals, and you add this to your CV, you also increase your chances of getting a scholarship. So I've mentioned 5 things that increases your chances of getting scholarship in Finland. 5 things. 5. Number 1, you must have a very good CGPA. So the average of your graduation average must be very high. Okay? You must score at least from 70% upwards. That increases your chances of getting scholarship. Okay, so that is number 1. Number 2, you must have a high score on your English test. Remember I told you that the minimum required is 6.5 on average for IELTS. So, but that doesn't stop you from scoring 8.5 or 9.0 or 7.5. So the higher you score on your English test, the higher your chances of getting fully funded scholarship. Number 3, if you have work experience of at least 2 years, you also increase your chances of getting fully funded scholarship. Alright? That is number 3. And this work experience must be on your CV. Alright? You can also get a reference from someone in one of those work experiences. That is the 3rd point. The 4th one I said is if you have a professional certification. Let's assume you are going for a data analytics course and maybe you have the Coursera Google Analytics certification already. That is a professional certification. Or maybe you are going for an engineering course and you are among the Society of Engineers in your home country. Or maybe you are going for a nursing program and you're already a licensed nurse somewhere. All these are professional qualifications. Anyone you have, add it to your CV. It increases the propensity of getting the scholarship. Then the last one is if you have any publication, like academic publication, maybe when you did your research in your undergraduate days, you ended up publishing it in a journal. So just add it in your CV. It increases your chances of getting a scholarship as well. So those are the 5 points that increases your chances. Then the tuition fees for Finland universities range from 5,000 euros up to 18,000 euros. Their master's program are mostly for 2 years. 2 good years. Their masters are not 1 year, they are 2 years master's degree. So out of these tuition fees, Finland are very, very benevolent. They can give scholarships once you can give them what they want. Have a nice CGPA, have at least 2 years work experience, score high in your English tests, have at least a professional certification, and maybe have a publication. Then you are on the way of getting a scholarship. Remember I said, for you to apply for the scholarship, you need to go to that school's website that you submitted application to apply for their scholarship individually. So if you applied for in 3 schools, you need to go to the individual schools to look at the scholarship available on their website and now apply for the scholarship there. Okay? So the deadline is usually from August till this September. I think the application will end in 2 days' time. I think today is Monday, to end on Wednesday. So you still have 2 days to submit your application. 2 days to submit your application. Sometimes during next year, maybe around March, April, because they use one application system to do the general application, sometimes they might have programs that they've not filled properly with students. Maybe people were selecting some particular courses and they don't have good, the number required in some specific programs. So the schools on their own can open their portal again for people to apply for those specific programs in their universities. But not now, that will be later, maybe around next year, around March or thereabouts. So just to fill up spaces on some specific programs that they couldn't fill up during this time that they are doing the general application. Alright? So I think this is all you need to know about Finland. I've taken time to explain all of them. In Global EduTech Services, our company, we support students that want to apply to Finland. So if you're a student and you want to apply to Finland, within the next 2 days, you can reach out to us. If you have all these documents I've mentioned complete, you have international passports, you have your transcript, you have your degree certificate, you have your CV or resume ready, you have at least 2 reference letters, you have your statement of purpose for your programs you're applying for, and you've written an English test, a standardized English test, which can be IELTS or TOEFL or PTE. So you can reach out to us and we'll support you to submit your application. Also guys, remember, do not forget that we also support students that want to study in the UK, in Canada, in the US, in Australia for free. We don't charge an agent fee to support students in all these applications. We partner with universities in these locations. So if you also have someone that maybe don't want to study in Finland and they want to study maybe in the UK, the January admission is open. You can reach out to us and we'll support you. Just chat the number on our bio. Yes, there's a number on our bio. Just click message and drop a message there. Someone will attend to you. Okay? You can also go to our website, globaledutech.co.uk. There is a contact form there. You can click it and just tell us, or you see 2 of our numbers as well. on our website. You can chat us on those 2 numbers. Okay, so you can any of the platforms you are watching me from, either from TikTok, either from Facebook, anyone at all, you can just send a DM and our staff will contact you. If you want to study any of these locations I've mentioned, you need first class supervision, first class guidance, even till you land in that country. We will be with you all through the way. So just send us a DM and we'll take it up from there.